This is Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Master Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. 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 Kenobi!
Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel for what will probably end up being a shorter video than usual. I am slightly ashamed to admit that I spent almost half of my day yesterday just desperately trying to 3-star the various combat challenges that were added in the recent Jedi Fallen Order update, and if you don't know, earning all 3 stars requires you to beat up to 10 waves of enemies without taking any damage, and so far it's been a huge struggle. If I'm just being upfront with you guys, I could tell you I did them all in one go, but so far, not so good. I jumped onto the game planning to only play for maybe an hour or two, and by the time I was done I had been playing for nearly 6, and I'm nowhere near done beating them all, which just goes to show how awesome this new update was. I mean, the entire base game takes something like 20 hours to complete, and by the time I'm done with the new content from this update, I'll probably get at least another 10 to 12 hours out of it, not even including New Game Plus. I just really love bare-bones survival modes in general, so this update and especially the combat challenges were kind of right up my alley. Anyway, after I was done failing miserably at no damage runs for 6 hours straight, I decided to quickly check and see if any new mods had been released for the game this week. Fallen Order really hasn't had much mod support whatsoever, so new mods aren't something I check for very often, maybe once a month at best. But when I did check last night, I was very surprised to see that 2 mods unlike anything released for this game before had just dropped. One that allows you to play as Darth Maul, and a second one that puts you in control of his brother, Savage Opress. So naturally, I downloaded both of these immediately, and to make the experience a little better, I went ahead and downloaded the Clone Wars mod, which replaces all of the Empire Stormtroopers with the 13th Battalion Clone Troopers. Then I booted up the game with the Darth Maul mod first, and proceeded to play for well over an hour. I started out just messing around in combat challenges from a save game after the main story, so I could use Maul with his double-bladed lightsaber, but then I decided I really wanted to see Maul in some cutscenes. He replaces Cal, of course, so I jumped to my New Game Plus save that I just started a couple of days ago, where I was still on the first planet Bogano. Then, after I had progressed the story enough to get through a couple of cutscenes and see how those looked with Maul, I had a great idea. My plan was to head on over to Aggo Bogdo's cave and challenge him to a duel as Darth Maul. Now, before you guys say anything, I know what you're thinking. A duel between Darth Maul and Aggo Bogdo? Are Star Wars fans really prepared for this? I mean, yeah, we've seen Anakin versus Obi-Wan, Luke versus Vader, Ahsoka versus Grievous, but how could those ever compare to a duel so legendary like the one you're about to witness? To that, I say it's a great question to which I have no answer. But I'm going to shut up for a moment and let you guys witness this matchup of one of the greatest villains in the entire Star Wars franchise versus Darth Maul.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun
So, after I had finished wiping the floor with Aggo Bogdo, I switched over to the Savage Opress mod and headed to Dathomir because I felt like it would be a crime if I didn't go to Dathomir with at least one of these 2 mods. The Savage Opress mod is really fun too, although I will say it doesn't work quite as well with Cal's body and animations like the Maul mod did. Savage is super tall and is built like a tank in the Clone Wars, and because the modder probably had to keep Cal's body, I think modding for this game is really limited. It just doesn't fit quite as well as it did with Maul. Maul's build is really close to Cal's, whereas Savage's couldn't be more different. Either way, this mod is also very cool, the face retexture is very well done, and I hope we can see more mods like this for Fallen Order in the future. This is the first of its kind. There haven't been any other mods that have swapped characters like this, or really anything close to it to be honest, and these were the first 2 mods for Fallen Order I actually felt the need to download right away, so I really hope they can do more of these in the future, whoever is modding for this game. Well guys, that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and could leave a like, I would definitely appreciate it, and if you are new around here, feel free to subscribe. Also, if you missed my community post, I am giving away a copy of Fallen Order for any platform over on my Twitter, so if you don't have the game yet or want another copy for a friend or something like that, you can head over to my Twitter. The link is in the description, as well as the download links for all of the mods used in this video. With that said and out of the way, I will see you in the next one. Bye.